joining us for our virtual open enrollment fair session. At this time, we will go over Anthem EAP benefits for plan year 2024. Before we get started, I would like to brief everyone on a couple of housekeeping items. All attendees are muted and will remain muted throughout the presentation. And if you have a question, please type it in the chat box located on the right-hand side of the presentation screen. Be informed that if you type a question in that chat box, everyone attending the session will see your question and your name. So if you have a question that is sensitive or confidential in nature, we recommend that you reach out to the County Benefits Division or your department's benefits ambassador. Lastly, today's webinar is being recorded. A copy will be posted on the Benefits Open Enrollment website. At this time, I will turn it over to our presenter, Kelsey Nichols.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here and tell you more about all the many benefits that you have through Anthem's Employee Assistance Program. I have been with Anthem's EAP department since 2014 in a variety of roles. I'm a clinician by training. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. So anything in the mental health world is near and dear to my heart, and I'm really excited to ensure that you all know all the different resources available and how Anthem EAP can provide more support for you and the people you care about. We are going to run through the benefits, and then if you have questions, you can pop them in the chat. You can wait until the end and put them in the chat. Either way is fine. I certainly am fine asking questions as we go along. And then we're going to go over things again later in the hour in case anybody comes in late. That way everybody gets a chance to hear everything. So a few things that we will start off with, just kind of the general things to know about the Employee Assistance Program is, anything that the EAP offers is really designed to help you as the employee, but also the people in your household to really be able to live happier, healthier, less stressful, hopefully, lives by providing a lot of different resources. So there are a lot of work-related benefits to help with work-related issues, but it really goes beyond just work-related concerns. So I hope that you'll find some things throughout the presentation that you might not have even known about that could really help address any concerns you have going on in your life. Utilizing the Employee Assistance Program is completely confidential and it's cost-free. This is available anytime. We have representatives 24/7 every single day available through our EAP 1-800 number, and you will reach a qualified individual that can connect you with the right resources. We also do have licensed clinicians available 24/7 for extra support or if some kind of crisis comes up. So there really is support any day, anytime, day or night. And all of the benefits that we're going to talk about apply to all employees and anyone in your household. So this is a separate benefit than any kind of insurance. So whether you have your insurance plan through work or not, either way is fine. EAP is available to all employees and anyone living in your household. So spouses, partners, children, if grandma lives in your house or a roommate that might rent a room in your house, all of those people would have access to all of the different EAP benefits that we're going to talk about. So really reaches beyond, what typical insurance or other types of benefits might cover. So our most popular benefit is our counseling services. And through the county, you get 8 counseling sessions per issue per 12-month period. And I'll give you an example in just a minute to explain what that means. We have several different options of how you can use the counseling benefit. We do have a really robust contracted network of therapists that are in group practices or private practices locally in your area. Some of them are doing in person, some are doing telehealth, so there's a mix of options. We also have the online platform Live Health Online, and we've had that for quite a while, and you might have utilized that to use your counseling services for those of you who have utilized the benefit before. But through Live Health Online, you get to create an account, you get to book your appointments and choose your provider, and you would have video calls for your sessions. So really flexible. A lot of people really like telehealth. Of course, it has become hugely popular since COVID, but really just allows for people to, get the support that they need on your own schedule and really just save a lot of time and energy and gas money in terms of not having to go to different offices. Most recently, very recently actually, we also have launched a partnership with Talkspace. So this is our third option of how you can use the counseling services. And Talkspace is an online platform. Michael Phelps is one of their main spokes persons, so you might have seen different commercials that he's done. But with Talkspace, it has the most flexibility out of any of our options. You can do video calls. You can also do traditional kind of over the phone type calls through the platform. But there now is the option of sending video or audio messaging or writing out messages and sending those back and forth with the counselor. So you can mix and match. So let's say your first session, you do a video call. And so you have that 45 minute to an hour session with your new counselor. And then the next week, you're going to be traveling a lot. So maybe, it's just not reasonable, or, you're already slammed in your schedule and can't fit another hour in, then you could send messages throughout the week to your counselor and they will send you messages back. And that communication over the course of the week would count as a session. So it's really, really nice because you get to choose what's going to work well for you week by week, depending on what you're comfortable with, what your schedule allows, all of those different things. So Talkspace is our newest option. We're really getting great feedback about how easy it is to use and how much people like it. And it's the same thing. You would get your 8 counseling sessions per issue per 12-month period through that platform. So let's just say that you end up wanting to talk to a counselor about career options. You're trying to decide if you want to kind of pivot a little bit and move to a different department maybe, or you're trying to decide if you want to apply for some other role and you just need somebody outside of your family to kind of talk through career decisions with, then you might use the counseling benefit for that, and you would have up to 8 sessions. So let's say that you do that in this month, you start in September. And then let's say in March, you're really struggling to support your child who's having a lot of anxiety and stressors at school, and you're wanting some different strategies as a parent to support your child more. You would have 8 sessions specifically for that topic as well. So that's how the 12-month period works. It's on a rotating basis, but you get 8 sessions per issue per 12 months. And that is per person. So this isn't 8 that your whole household has to share. It's 8 for each person in your household. So if you have any questions about the counseling options, throw it in the chat. Again, we can come back to this at the end as well if anyone has any questions. There's also going to be some flyers made available. They give a little bit more information and how to sign up and get started. So those will be coming to you as well. One of our other benefits is our digital emotional well-being resources. This is a very exciting program that so many people are saying is really, really helping them. This is a separate benefit than the counseling, and you get to decide how much, how often you really engage in this program. You can see on the screen it targets a lot of different issues, whether that's anxiety concerns, depression concerns, maybe you're just really having a hard time sleeping, and we know how important sleep is to everything. Maybe you recently have decided, you know what, maybe I should cut back on my alcohol use. It really seems like this is kind of snowballing a little bit. There's a whole program to help you with substance use, and you have the option of working with a coach through the program, but you don't have to. And so a lot of flexibility depending on how involved you want to be with other people. You can also add people to your support group through the app as well. And it really is a really good program and available for ages 13 and up. So this is a really good option for teens. And so keep that in mind as well. And I am going to play a short, quick 2-minute video for us. So I'm going to play this and then we will come back to our presentation.
Learn to Live is proving that changing your mind can change your life. The online programs teach you the tools and techniques of cognitive behavioral therapy to help you with some of life's biggest hurdles. The self-paced programs are accessible anywhere, anytime. Getting help has never been easier. Simply select a language. Then start with the comprehensive assessment to get a personalized snapshot of your biggest areas of struggle. Choose the program best suited to your needs and register for an account. Your dashboard serves as your home base, where you can access your program, your progress, your data, and other resources. Sign up for Mindfulness Moments, which are weekly text messages with quick mood-boosting tips and exercises. The lessons that make up each program provide a combination of information presented via text, animations, and videos to help you understand the way your mind works, and techniques to help you build new, more thoughtful habits. The recommended pace is 1 lesson per week, but you choose the tempo that's best for you. And because practice makes permanent, each lesson ends with a series of exercises, so you can turn the most useful insights into new habits of mind. You'll also complete regular assessments to give you a clinical benchmark to measure your progress. Want extra support? Select a friend or family member to be a teammate. Your teammates receive notifications when you reach milestones and provide encouragement during your journey. Learn to Live also offers access to qualified coaches who can check in with you on a regular basis via phone, text, or email to provide accountability, information, or reassurance when you need it most. This is your program, designed to help you achieve your goals. It's simple to start and even easier to see results. Let Learn to Live help you find a more thoughtful approach to dealing with life's struggles. Learn to Live. Change your mind. Change your life.
Okay, so I really, really love this program. I would encourage you, if it at all seems appealing, to just try it out, see how you like it. The easiest way to get started is to actually go to our website, anthemeap.com, and then it's going to ask you for a login, and you can put in County of San Diego, or you can do COSD for short. And then you'll see on the main menu screen, there will be an option to click on to get to the Learn to Live page and create an account. And again, remember, you can share this with people in your family, those in your household, anyone that you think it might be helpful for. So there's a lot of other benefits outside of kind of our more mental health focused benefits. So we're going to spend just a few minutes on those. A lot of these are the benefits that people just don't even realize are part of the employee assistance program. So we're going to touch on them, including our work-life benefits, legal and financial and childcare and elder care supports, things like that. So let's take it one at a time here. So our child and elder care services are available And what these are, we really want to save you time. And this is one of the things that takes so much time, is researching options in the area, whether that be for after school programs or summer camps or backup childcare. You can see there's just a lot of different things that this service includes. Now, this is not going to cover the childcare or the after school programs, but we have a team of work-life specialists that can research and save you all that time of finding the options in your area that are going to work best for you and your family. And really, it's kind of the same concept, but flipped to older adults. If we're looking for elder care services, we know that we have so many people in the US that are kind of a sandwich generation, as we call it, where they're taking care of young dependents and older dependents, and oftentimes both living in the same house. So whether that be in-home services to help with elder care, or even assisted living facilities, retirement communities, things like that, we would love for our work-life specialists to save you time by doing a lot of that research for you and coming up with a comprehensive list that you can then explore and see what's going to work best for your family. Our financial services include unlimited free phone consultations with financial professionals. And this could be coming up with a debt credit management plan, or just a new budget in general. Maybe you have specific savings goals that you're trying to establish a plan for. We have a team of financial professionals that are available that can really help you to meet those goals. And we know that finances is such a big stressor for so many people. And when you're stressed about finances, it really just affects everything in your life. So our financial professionals are here to help figure those things out with you. We also have legal consultations. Again, these things are cost-free. So if you, let's just say, have some kind of legal matter because of speeding tickets, and you feel like, you know what, I kind of need to talk to an attorney about this, well, then you can call in, you can get excuse me, you can get connected to an attorney that can help answer questions, whether it be civil matters, criminal matters, things like divorce, custody. Maybe you have been thinking about finalizing a will or a trust. Maybe you have questions about, let's say, power of attorney for an older parent. Any of those kinds of things we can certainly help with through our legal services. This could be over the phone, or it could be with a local attorney. You do have the option of retaining an attorney through the EAP, and you get a discounted rate. So lots of really great benefits in that regard. And when we talk about the website in just a second, there are so many legal forms and articles and kind of do-it-yourself things having to do with legal questions on our website as well. So a lot of great information there. Our daily living assistance is kind of like, what is daily living assistance? Well, it really kind of is a catch-all, to be honest. Our team of work-life specialists can research so many things for you. So let's say you want to do a remodeling project at home. Well, our team can get a list of reputable contractors available. Maybe you're looking for new pet sitters. Maybe you are in the unfortunate situation of being concerned about housing options and losing your housing and trying to find other housing, or needing really practical support financially through something like a food bank, or again, maybe it's a family member who's going through a hard time and is staying in your home and is needing some different resources. Then our team of work-life specialists can really research just about anything and get different resources together for you or for somebody in your household. Our website, again, anthemeap.com, and then the login, you can put in County of San Diego or COSD. It has so many things. Everybody is always surprised when they go into the website and realize that there is so much more there than they thought there would be. There is a member center where you can search for local counselors and request those counseling services in your area. There's also a savings center where you can find different discounts. It's worth checking out, right? If you're going to go on vacation and rent a car, maybe you can get a discount on your car rental by going through the savings center and save some money. There's also identity monitoring and theft protection, something that we don't want to think about, but is the reality that we need to be mindful of. So we have great resources for that. And then just so many articles, podcasts, seminars about so many different topics. Again, not just work related, but things having to do with relationships, family, aging, just so many things. So I would really encourage you to check out the website. And again, this is also how you can get to the Learn to Live program, so you can sign up and start using that program as well. We have a lot of different leadership resources. So I want to just touch on this quickly. We might have some managers on the call, people that are in various positions of leadership for the county. And through the EAP, we really try and provide a lot of different supports for employees, both outside of work and inside work. So we have management consultations available where if a manager is concerned about an employee in some capacity, you can call and talk to one of our EAP consultants, figure out what kinds of resources would suit that individual best, how best to handle situations in the workplace, things like that. There's also a manager's manual that you can talk to human resources about and get access to, but it really has a lot of information about best practices of dealing with different situations in the workplace and different suggestions on how to focus on professional development. And then there's a lot of other things that kind of go beyond just the management role. We do provide critical incident responses. This is if something, unfortunate does happen at work, then we can have one of our EAP counselors either come on site or be available virtually to support employees as a group. Obviously, we hope that they're not needed, but that is something that we do provide. And then this one, I really want to encourage you to think about if you're in a leadership role. We provide trainings and seminars about so many topics. So whether that be for your specific team, whether that be for an entire department, these are some conversations that as leadership, you can start to bring up and see, how best can we support our employees from a perspective of development and growth, and whether that be an in-person training, whether that be an online webinar, or most recently, we're now doing custom podcasts. All of those are available through the Employee Assistance Program. So if you are in a leadership position and you have more questions, reach out to HR or the benefits ambassador and say, you know what, this sounded really good. I heard about this in the EAP orientation, and it seems like something that would be really great for my team or my department, because this is oftentimes a really underutilized benefit through the EAP. So this one-page summary is going to be made available to you as well. And it just gives a quick snapshot of all the different benefits that we talked about and a little bit more detail. You are welcome to call anytime, 24/7 to our EAP call center and reach one of our EAP representatives, ask questions about your benefits, see what you need to do to get connected. You can, of course, go to the website anytime, and they're going to be larger on the next slide so that you can jot it down if you want. But there's really just so many benefits that that people just don't even oftentimes realize are available. So I would really encourage you to check out our website, give us a call, ask questions of your leadership in terms of what else is available through EAP in terms of support in the workplace. And if you have any questions now, you can throw those in the chat. Happy to answer anything. So I'll pause for a second here and just see if anybody has any questions.
Hi, Kelsey. Looks like a question might be coming through, but just for clarification regarding the actual process, if someone reaches out to EAP, can you go more in depth about what happens once they call that 800 number and the referral process, if you could?
Yes, absolutely. So when you call in, if you haven't ever talked to us before, then the first step is that the EAP representative is just going to make you a quick profile in the system. And while, again, everything is confidential that you access through EAP. So, your manager or anyone in the workplace is not going to know that you called in, but from this side of things, the EAP does have to organize the services and, authorize the services for each person individually. So you would have a profile in our system, just basic demographics. And then they're going to want to know what it is you're looking for. If it is the counseling benefit, then the different options can be laid out, whether that be, hey, I'm looking for a list of local options in my area of counselors that I can schedule with, or I really like the idea of telehealth. That seems super flexible. And so, then you can kind of talk through the Live Health Online option or the Talkspace option. You would get an email with information about all the different next steps of what to do, no matter what you decide on the counseling benefit. If it is other benefits like legal consultations or financial consultations, then once your profile is in place, then you would just get transferred to those specialists to either utilize those benefits in the moment or get scheduled for some kind of call or appointment locally to utilize those services. So we try and be efficient. Obviously, everybody's busy and you don't want to spend forever on the phone. We know that. But as long as you just can rattle off your initial information and your demographics, if somebody's calling, let's just say it's your spouse that is calling, then the information that we need is simply the employee's name, the employee's date of birth, and then, of course, the company through that the benefits are through, so County of San Diego. So those are the only pieces that other family members would need if they were going to call in for the services directly themselves. Okay, I see. Is there a code for Learn to Live? So let me show you. This is the flyer that you are going to have available to you. Sorry, it's not the prettiest version here. I just want to be able to make it big here. So the way that you can sign up for Learn to Live, you can go through the website, anthemeap.com, and then you're just going to enter County of San Diego or COSD, and then it will be a link on the right side of the page. And because you're going through the website to get to it, the code is already embedded. So you're not going to have to put in a code again when you go to sign up. And then I see another question here. Are the counselors licensed? What's their credentials, etc.? So all of the providers that are in our EAP network are fully licensed. They have their full clinical license. They're generally, it varies state to state, but generally there are 4 kinds of licenses. A licensed marriage and family therapist, licensed clinical social workers, licensed professional counselors, and clinical psychologists. And those make up our network. Some states call them a little bit different in terms of the licensures, but they're very, very similar. And yes, they are fully licensed. We do not contract with anybody with a provisional license. So we guarantee that you're going to work with someone with a full license that is certainly a professional and able to help you with what you're looking for. If you are looking for options outside of the US, I would say give us a call. I don't want to get too in the weeds about what we do and how we do it, but I would say give us a call and see what options there are. It can vary depending on kind of who's asking, what you're looking for, things like that. But in terms of generally speaking, we would be looking at, domestic options. But if you are, for some reason, living outside of the country or just on a trip or things like that, you can call and we can talk through what options we can provide.
Kelsey, this is Nidra. Just to re-clarify regarding the Learn to Live, is it available 24/7 like Talkspace would be? You may have addressed this, but
Yes. So so in terms of signing up or utilizing either platform, you can do that anytime. The Learn to Live platform is really self-paced. So how often you're using those modules and spending time working through the modules is up to you, but anytime it would be available. If you choose to work with a coach, then those times might vary just depending on the coach's availability for phone calls or texts or returning emails. But in terms of being able to access the platform and utilize the program, you can do it anytime. With Talkspace, same thing, you can utilize the platform anytime. If you were wanting to do live sessions, like a video session, then of course there's going to be more availability, during the day, but they do have evening options. And I would just encourage you to, get signed up. One thing I didn't mention, but is helpful to know with Talkspace, again, we're back to talking about the counseling benefit. With Talkspace, once you create your account, you're going to do an assessment similar to the type of paperwork you would do if you were going to go to a counseling office and do the intake paperwork. So you're going to fill out some things online. And then Talkspace is going to match you with a therapist that meets your needs, that has the specializations that you're looking for. And once you're matched with someone, then you can make an appointment with them. All of that takes about a week. If you do meet with them and you decide they're not a good fit, well, you can change. But with Talkspace, through your assessment and through the initial kind of intake, so to speak, that's how you would get matched with a therapist.
great. Thank you, Kelsey. Very informative. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to type it in the chat box. We're happy to assist and answer any questions that you have. Okay, I see no more questions. Kelsey, would it be possible for you to run another quick overview of the program of benefits?
Absolutely. Let me go back to the beginning. And if you want to, yeah, go ahead, Nidra.
I'm
No,
sorry. I was going to mention to the audience as you're bringing up the presentation to remind everyone that this is being recorded. We'll post a copy on the benefits website. And we do have flyers pertaining to the Learn to Live and Talkspace if anyone would like to reach out to the benefits division to get a copy of those flyers for their own personal use. Right. It's all yours, Kelsey.
Okay. All right. So if anybody missed anything or just wants to hear it again, we'll go through the different benefits here having to do with your Anthem EAP benefit. So everything that the Employee Assistance Program provides is intended to really help you both personally and professionally with any kind of issues that are impacting your life, your ability to perform your job. We know that we oftentimes say, oh, well, we leave home at home and work at work, but it doesn't really work like that. If you have things going on in your life that are causing stress and concern, those are going to carry over into your ability to focus at work and things like that. So there are so many different benefits to help with so many different areas of your life. And we're going to talk about what those are. Any utilization of the Employee Assistance Program is confidential. Your employer is not going to know that you called or accessed the site, what benefits you utilized, or if someone in your household utilized them. It is completely confidential and it is cost-free. So you and anyone in your household has access to all the different benefits that we're going to talk about. And the EAP is available 24/7. So no matter what your work schedule is or juggling kids and home responsibilities, you can, of course, access the site 24/7 that we'll talk about, but you also can call in 24/7, 365 days a year. So holidays included, somebody will answer. We have our EAP representatives to help you get connected to the different benefits. And if something is going on and you really need kind of in the moment support, something comes up unexpectedly and you need to talk to someone right away, we do have clinicians on staff 24/7 to provide you with in the moment extra support if that's something that comes up. Our most utilized benefit is our counseling services. And through the County of San Diego, you have access to 8 counseling sessions per issue per year. This is not 8 for your whole household. This is 8 per person. So you would get 8, spouse or partner would get 8, each child would get 8. And again, remember it's household. So if your grandmother lives with you, if you have a roommate, anyone that's in your household has access to all the different benefits. We do have 3 different avenues that we can go down of how to use the counseling services. We do have a large contracted network of fully licensed professional therapists. So you might want to see somebody locally. Some people want to go into an office, so we can try and see, who in the area is providing in-person appointments. For those that might be more inclined to do telehealth options, we have our Live Health Online platform where you can create an account, look at the calendar and see which therapists have availability and book your appointment online. You do it all yourself. When you call in, we give you a code that you would use, but it's very easy. But our most recent option, our third option, is Talkspace. And with Talkspace, you have the option of mixing and matching. So you can do video calls, you can do kind of more traditional phone calls through the platform, but you can also do messaging back and forth with your therapist. So let's just say your first session, you do a video call and have your whole session over video. And then the next week you decide you want to try the messaging option where you're sending either the equivalent of like a text message or a voice memo or a video memo recording back and forth with your therapist throughout the week. And that communication throughout the week in that format counts as a session. So it's got a lot of flexibility in terms of how you utilize the platform. I'm going to play our quick little 2-minute video again in case anybody missed it earlier. So this is just 2 minutes that explains I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. Sorry. The video is for the next slide. But with our Talkspace, there is a flyer that can be made available to you that will explain how you can get signed up online. Very, very easy to do, and can get started. With Talkspace, you get matched with a therapist based on your assessment. But we want you to, of course, work with somebody that's a good fit. So if for some reason, who you get matched with is not a good fit, then we can try again, with a different person. So we don't want that to get in the way of you trying it out. So our counseling benefit is 8 sessions per issue per 12-month period. So if you, let's just say, start using the counseling benefit in September and you want to address career goals and trying to decide if you want to, apply for some other positions or change departments, and you're trying to talk through decision making around that, well, that's a great way to use the counseling benefit. And then let's just say that in March, a different issue comes up where you're trying to support your child who is dealing with a lot of anxiety at school. Now, your child may also benefit from seeing a therapist, but you would have access to 8 additional sessions because it is a different issue within 12 months. So really flexible in terms of the different options, how you use the counseling benefit, and who it's available for. Our digital emotional well-being resources. This is a great program, different than the counseling benefit. So the counseling benefit has 3 different options of how you can use the sessions, and you choose from one of the 3. This digital emotional well-being resources through the Learn to Live platform is a completely independent program, and you are going to be working through modules on your own to address things like anxiety or depression, sleeping and sleep hygiene. Maybe you've recently thought about starting to cut down on alcohol use or something like that, having to do with substance use. All of those different types of topics are parts of the program. You have the option of working with a coach, but you don't have to. So again, flexibility is the name of the game. We want things to work for you. So if you just want to utilize the program and work through the modules on your own and just have it as an independent thing, great. If you want to access one of the coaches or add people to your support team through the app, then that's an option as well. And this is available for ages 13 and up. So a really good option for teens who are struggling with various, concerns having to do with mental health. So we're going to watch the quick 2-minute video about this.
Learn to Live is proving that changing your mind can change your life. The online programs teach you the tools and techniques of cognitive behavioral therapy to help you with some of life's biggest hurdles. The self-paced programs are accessible anywhere, anytime. Getting help has never been easier. Simply select a language. Then start with the comprehensive assessment to get a personalized snapshot of your biggest areas of struggle. Choose the program best suited to your needs and register for an account. Your dashboard serves as your home base, where you can access your program, your progress, your data, and other resources. Sign up for Mindfulness Moments, which are weekly text messages with quick mood-boosting tips and exercises. The lessons that make up each program provide a combination of information presented via text, animations, and videos to help you understand the way your mind works, and techniques to help you build new, more thoughtful habits. The recommended pace is 1 lesson per week, but you choose the tempo that's best for you. And because practice makes permanent, each lesson ends with a series of exercises, so you can turn the most useful insights into new habits of mind. You'll also complete regular assessments to give you a clinical benchmark to measure your progress. Want extra support? Select a friend or family member to be a teammate. Your teammates receive notifications when you reach milestones and provide encouragement during your journey. Learn to Live also offers access to qualified coaches who can check in with you on a regular basis via phone, text, or email to provide accountability, information, or reassurance when you need it most. This is your program, designed to help you achieve your goals. It's simple to start and even easier to see results. Let Learn to Live help you find a more thoughtful approach to dealing with life's struggles. Learn to Live. Change your mind. Change your life.
Okay, so, excuse me. The easiest way to start using the Learn to Live program is to go to anthemeap.com, our website. It's going to ask you for a login, and you're going to use County of San Diego, or you can use the acronym COSD. And then you'll see on the main homepage, once you log in, on the right side, there will be an option to click to get to the emotional well-being resources through the Learn to Live platform. And then once you go through that link, then it will already have anything embedded in terms of, knowing which company your benefits are through, so that you don't have to have other codes or anything like that. Again, great program. If you're at all interested, check it out, see what you think. So we have a lot of other benefits as well, not just counseling, not just our digital emotional well-being resources. So we're going to look through a few of these and get a little bit more information about what our work-life specialists can help you with other areas of your life. So our child and elder care services, we have work-life specialists that can do research for you. We know that this is so time consuming, trying to research after-school programs or, childcare, backup childcare, summer camps, you name it, right? So time consuming finding what's in your area or available, things like that. So we have a team that can help you with that. And same thing, just, for our older older family members that might be with you as well. So whether that be in-home services, whether that be retirement communities or assisted living facilities, let our work-life specialists do some of this legwork for you and save you some time. We know there are so many people that are taking care of younger dependents, children, and older dependents at the same time. And it is really, really time consuming. So anything we can do to help ease some of that burden of researching different benefits out there, we certainly want to help you with that. Our financial services include free phone consultations with financial professionals. There's not a limit on how many times that you can call and talk to one of our financial professionals. This could be coming up with a debt credit management plan, maybe consolidating credit cards and saving money, with all those different interest rates. Budgeting, things like that. Maybe you have different savings goals and that you need somebody to help give you some guidance of how best to approach it. Well, our financial professionals are available. There are a lot of other resources on the website as well, things that you can access, anytime, whether that's articles, financial calculators, budgeting tools, things like that. So both financial professionals available to talk to over the phone, or various resources on the site to help with financial needs. Our legal services include free 30-minute legal consultations. Now, this could be with someone over the phone, or this could be with someone in your area. And part of why we want to make sure that we're making available someone in your area is because if you do need to end up retaining that attorney, then you could get a discounted rate if you go through the EAP, which could be really, really helpful. This could be civil matters, criminal matters, really just so many different things that attorneys might be able to help with. The only caveat of what would be excluded would be work-related concerns because of a conflict of interest there. But if you're going through divorce or there's custody concerns, creating a will or a trust, trying to get, things in place for those, older parents, maybe power of attorney, things like that, then, the legal services could really help you with that. And I know one question that came up in the chat is whether or not our work-life specialists can find resources for family members that are out of state. And the answer is yes. So you as the employee would call in, and even though it is for a parent or, older family member that is not necessarily in your household, you still have access to our work-life specialists that can research options for you to help guide and get those services in place for your family member out of state. So yes, that is still available. Our daily living assistance services is really kind of a catch-all, to be honest. It's so many other things that might come up, whether that is a remodeling project and getting a list of reputable contractors, whether you're looking for new pet sitters, if you're going to go on a trip and you're trying to do, some kind of travel planning, moving services, if you find yourself or if a family member finds themselves in a situation where you're needing other housing options that would be available in the area or emergency resources, then our work-life specialists can help you with just about anything. And again, when you call in, you can call anytime, 24/7. So the website, I know I've talked about it several times, anthemeap.com. And then the login is County of San Diego, or you can use the acronym COSD. There are so many things on the website. There is the ability to look at the contracted therapists in the area and look through our provider network. But there's also a savings center where you could get discounted rates on different things. Why not save money on, let's just say, a rental car for vacation or something like that, maybe. You also have resources for identity monitoring and theft protection, which is a scary concept that we don't want to think about, but is the reality. And then just so many other resources, again, personal and professional, having to do with parenting and relationships, work as in, professional development type things, but articles, webinars, those financial calculators I talked about, the do-it-yourself legal documents, on-demand, podcasts, just so many things that you might find helpful. If you are in a leadership position, a manager or other type of leadership position, then there are a lot of different benefits specifically for your role through the county as well. You have the option of calling the EAP for a management consultation anytime. If you have a concern about an employee, you are trying to figure out what resources might work best for them, how to handle something in the workplace, then our EAP consultants are available to support anyone that is in a leadership role. There's also a manager's manual that is really helpful. It gives a lot of best practices around dealing with different kinds of situations in the workplace, and a lot of great resources coming from a management perspective. So if you would like access to that, you can talk to your benefits ambassador and request that you get a copy of that. There's also a lot on the website. I know I'm a broken record, but there is a lot on the website specific for management and management tools. A couple other things that we offer that apply to kind of all employees would be our critical incident responses. If something does happen in the workplace, the unfortunate loss of an employee or a traumatic event, then these are services that the Employee Assistance Program also offers, where we would have one of our EAP counselors either be on site in person and available for the group for support, or virtually, depending on what the situation is. We want to make sure that everyone's getting the support they need no matter what the situation. And then one other thing I would encourage you, if you're in a leadership role, is to ask more questions of your own supervisor or director or benefits ambassador about our trainings and seminars. We have so many different trainings that can be available. This is a benefit that I think is so underutilized. These trainings could be in person, it could be virtually through a live webinar or a recorded webinar. It could also be a custom podcast, which is, gaining a lot of traction. I personally love podcasts. I think they're so easy to, listen to, get great information while you're driving or cooking or cleaning or doing whatever else in your life. So we have a lot of different options of how we can utilize our trainings and seminars. And this could be, for a specific team, a specific department, a specific level of leadership across the county. There's just lots of different ways that we can utilize this benefit that would really impact a lot of employees. So our summary page here will be available through the benefits department. This gives a quick little snapshot of the different benefits that we talked about and some details about each one. You can call again 24/7. I know I've gone through so many details. Sometimes it gets a little overwhelming trying to keep everything straight. But if you have questions, call and talk to one of our EAP representatives anytime. Check out our website. There's just so many great resources available. Again, remember, cost-free and for all employees and anybody in your household. So hopefully you've learned some different things today that you might can access now or down the road when something comes up that will really help you. So if you have any new questions, anything else that's come up, throw it in the chat. I will see what I can do of giving you an answer. But if you have other questions that come up later, don't hesitate to reach out to your benefits ambassador with anything that you might be wondering about. So I will pause and see if we have questions.
Looks like no questions, Kelsey.
All right. Well, thanks for having me today.
We are delighted that you were able to put on such a thorough, informative session for us. So we do thank you. At this time, everyone, we will conclude the webinar. We'd like to thank everyone for joining us. So have a great day. Oh, wait, there is maybe one more question. Oh, just a lot of thank yous. To make sure we didn't miss anybody. So yes, thank you, everyone. This does conclude the webinar. So have a great day.